And away they go from the 1400 meter marker. Mr. Roy is right there. Tribal Fusion, Fiorella's on the outside. Desolate Road is along the inside. Then Halo, Nicholas has got the red cap with Hard to Play. There's about 5 lengths top to tail. Mr. Roy's the leader. The filly Fiorella second, racing at its girth. Desolate Road is at the panel in third, and Halo's fourth. Then Tribal Fusion, the green cap, followed by Nicholas, and Hard to Play is only about 5 lengths off the leader. Mr. Roy makes play out in front. Desolate Road at the rail. Fiorella's on the outside. Then Halo, Tribal Fusion between 2 horses, and then comes Nicholas, and at the back is Hard to Play. Top of the lane they come, 500 to go. Mr. Roy still leads it. In second place, Desolate Road. Fiorella's on the outside. Tribal Fusion's got the green sleeves and cap. Halo on the outside, and then comes Nicholas. Coming down to the last 250. Desolate Road takes it up. Fiorella. Now Tribal Fusion starts up with Halo on the outside. But Tribal Fusion comes into the lead over the last 50. And Tribal Fusion's going on to win it. Tribal Fusion has won it. Fiorella second. Maybe Mr. Roy third. And Desolate Road fourth. Number 2, Tribal Fusion, the Trippy, Anton Marcus, Shane Humby, and Gavin Almanza and Glazakis, and they win a length and a quarter. So victory is for Tribal Fusion. Win number 7 from 18, and comes home a length and a quarter. Fiorella will run into second position. Third place, maybe Mr. Roy on the far side. And then Desolate Road, the favourite was the winner number 2. It pays up at 210. Then came Hard to Play and Halo. As we look at this, you can see Anton is still sitting, green sleeves and cap. And Tribal Fusion now comes forward and goes on to run away from the opposition, bred by Favour Stud. And they win going away a length and a quarter. There's still an 8th and last to come. Back to the studio.
A nice win here for Tribal Fusion, 6-year-old, lightly raced, having his 7th career win now. And as I mentioned in that lead-in, he's taking his stakes close to 600,000 rand. So he's done well for Mr. Indezakis and, of course, good mate Gavin Almanza. Soldier in your stable, hasn't he?
Oh, he's been fantastic, Dees.
Coming into this race today, over the course and distance, he seems to love it here.
Yeah, I think 14's probably his chop, eh? We've tried him a little further, and it's not really what he wants. So we'll keep him to 14 or 6.
Any particular reason he's this lightly raced, Shane?
Well, he did have a chip removed when we first got to Durban. But he's had those little niggly issues all along, you know. But once we've had that little chip removed, he's been absolutely fine.
Well, you've done an outstanding job with him. And how was the mood coming to this afternoon's race?
Yeah, always good. But good luck to Gavin and Shireen and to Fito. A more passionate man in the racing you'll never find. He's been amazing. Talk about Tribal being a soldier. So is Gavin Almanza.
And your stable's in good form now. I mean, you've hit your straps now.
We're doing well.
Well, keep it up, Shane.
Thank you, Dees. Thank you.
Lovely. Well done to Shane Humby. And just looking at the race, the way things worked out for you, I mean, you're sitting patiently and you're always travelling well, Anton.
I was, Dees. Just firstly, be a big thank you to Shane. He's really a safety net. He's got something decent, or you get on the phone, it's very rarely is it no. Well, on certain occasions, I do get a no. Hey, he knows how I feel about that as well. And this was just you can set your clock. He's so honest. I had a lovely run. Coming into the race, I thought strictly on form, collateral form lines. Even Desolate Rose came into the equation on a line through Damasio. But just very happy and grateful, thanks to the owners. And glad to get everyone on the board today, Dees. Two close seconds. No hard luck stories, but it's always nice to ride a winner.
And how's the mood now? We're going into Gauteng's feature season. I know you'll pick your spots there. And then It's amazing how time flies. We're already into champion season in a month and a half, 2 months' time.
You know, obviously I'm a freelance rider, so, you know, you obviously don't have the pick of the weight for age horses. You know, obviously the jocks that are attached to them, you know, so sometimes, you know, I always say it's like life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. So, you know, the phone might go. You might get offered a second choice from a competitive yard. And that's what we're reliant on.
A horse like a Rainbow Bridge, I mean, you would have chatted to Eric Sands. The race is here for him.
You know, I haven't really spoken in depth with Eric, but I think it's self-explanatory. You know, you'd probably go drill all, gold challenge, and I guess I'll take it from there. You know, I mean, obviously he is one of the highest rated horses, but within saying that at your weight for age races, I mean, from Undercover Agent to Do It Again to Socrat to the unknown Buffalo Bill Cody to Rainbow Bridge. I mean, you can throw a blanket over them. I don't really believe any horse is superior, really and truly superior, you know, to the other.
There's some nice horses around. That's what you're telling me.
Very exciting is, as I say, you know, you could have your pick of 5 or 6 in a weight for age racing. You wouldn't be certain, you know, that you are necessarily on the better one.
Well, this one has come through for you, and a nice ride there, Anton. Well played.
Thanks, Dees.
Nice one. Anton Marcus here on Tribal Fusion, and he's come to win a non-black type feature called the Fever Tree Stakes. 2, 5, 4, and 1. 2, 5, 4, and 1. We've got one more to go, closing off the pick 6 and the place accumulator. Up next, race 8.